Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mountain Lake Journal. I'm Tom Halleck. This week, in dozens of counties across New York, it appears record numbers of voters will be voting this year by mail.
We are not this busy usually till the middle or end of October.
Yeah. Every day has been election day, pretty much for us. We normally have 5, 6 people answering the phone, and it's you pick up the phone, you set it down, it rings. It's just constant. Or people coming into the counter, or so it's been very, very busy.
On Monday of this week, Board of Elections workers had put out 700 ballot requests by lunchtime. This year's requests have already doubled and surpassed the record number from 4 years ago.
There's over 6,000.
Oh, yeah. It's double right now what it was. The previous high was 2016, and we had counted just over 3,055 absentee ballots. As Mary said, we're over 6,000 now, and we've still got a month to go.
So how do you vote by mail in New York? It all starts with this, a New York State absentee ballot application. You have to request it, and then when filling it out, at the top in the number 1 section, you'll want to check temporary illness or physical disability. That's what will allow you to vote by mail because of COVID.
And what the state is allowing voters to do is, if you're afraid because of the virus or for some other illness, flu maybe, whatever it is, you can use that specifically for this election. Not going forward, but it's specific for the general election this fall.
Fill out the rest of the form, sign it, and send it back to the Board of Elections. They, in return, will send you your ballot. Mary Dyer advises voters to get their application in the mail as soon as possible.
It goes to Albany and then it comes back.
Right.
And when the voters get their ballot, vote them and send them back. Don't sit on them for a week. Just get them and and they can even bring them back in here.
This year, for the first time in a presidential election, we have the early voting, and this year, for the first time, we're going to have a lot of mail-in voting. In New York State, you need an excuse to vote by absentee or mail-in, but COVID now is an excuse to vote absentee. So mail-in voting is going to be very important.
Harvey Shantz, a political science professor at SUNY Plattsburgh, says more than any other year, mail-in voting will play a major role in this year's election.
It's going to increase voter turnout, and it's also going to delay the official results by a couple of days.
Shantz says this year, voters should think of it more as an election season, not just an election day. State election officials say ballots sent in early cannot be opened before November 3rd. In-person and early voting will be tallied on election night, but absentee ballots won't be counted until after Election Day.
I think the delay leads to uncertainty and it leads to anxiety. The best thing would be if the verdict on Election Day holds after the later votes are counted. But if there's an overturn of the outcome based on the mail-in votes, that could lead to some discontent or questioning of the outcome. In terms of the write-in votes, for president, we won't be greatly affected. But for the mayor's race and for the congressional race, the state senate race, it could lead to a delay in knowing the final outcome.
The Clinton County Board of Elections is asking that you get your request in the mail by October 27th. You can call their office, print an application off their website, or even visit them in person at the Government Center in Plattsburgh.
You can come in the day before election. That is because early voting has stopped, but you can come in person the day before election in the office and apply for one. For the mail, the state suggests the 27th. We are suggesting sooner.
Yeah, the U.S. Postal Service has recommended 15 days prior to Election Day, just in case, because there's so much mail that's being processed right now, just to make sure that when you apply, that it gives a chance for us to get your application, to send the ballot to you, and then you to send the ballot back to us.
And if you aren't registered to vote, you have until October 9th to do that.
If you haven't registered, register now. Don't wait till 3 days before election and, a student's mother calls, well, she's away at college, they know when election day is. They can go to the website, they can go to the state portal. That is the easiest way, or they can just call us.
And the final day to register is the 9th of October. So it's coming up fast. So it's, yeah, like Mary said, if you're going to vote, don't wait. If you're questioning about whether you're registered, contact us. We can easily tell you if you are or not. But it's certain, don't put it off.
And for the first time in the state's history, you can vote early in a presidential election. Early voting starts on Saturday, October 24th, and runs through Sunday, November 1st. You can find the hours and locations on your County Board of Elections website, or give them a call for more information. And if you don't want to mail in your ballot once you fill it out, you can drop it off early in person in a secure ballot box that will be at the Board of Elections, the County Government Center in Plattsburgh, and then on Election Day at polling places.